Coming out here to water for about an hour. Hour the night before. Just make sure it's watering good, I guess. Turn your sprinklers on. Use the hoses a little bit. And then come out here the next day and ride. Pray it's not too muddy. It's always a guessing game coming out here riding. You never know if it's gonna be like too muddy, too dry. The conditions are always different. If you prep it, you can put more water into it. If you just road it kind of packs it down, so you have to do less water. It's always like that.
The fun life of a hard-working privateer, baby.
Yeah, privateer life. There's always something to do. Just kind of get used to the schedule a little bit and the guys I'm racing and the pressure as well. It's a lot of pressure sitting on the line, seeing freaking thousands of fans in the stand and stuff. So I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with that stuff. Not as nervous, but still it's gnarly, and still just being out there is pretty cool. So
what's your favorite track so far, even though the season's not over yet? But
favorite track would have to be A2. I don't know why. It was just like really busy. There was a lot of jumps, but for some reason I don't know, I felt good on that track. Like just the second I was out there first practice, I felt good and qualified good and had a good heat race. I think straight out of the heat, and then solid main 2 with running up front in the beginning. And man, we had a little bit of rain, so it kind of threw me for a loop and started thinking too much instead of just riding.
As we're getting close to outdoors, what are the expectations or kind of goals going into that?
For outdoors, I want to be close to the top 10 would be good. I think it's realistic from 15th to 10th. A goal, I would probably be top 10. Yeah, being in the top 10 is a goal for sure. I think if I get good starts, and I've been getting good starts in the Supercross and had some good starts last year in the Pro Motocross, just getting a good start and being able to run up front with those guys and kind of just ride that pace for 2-3 laps. Just being up there, the more you're up there, you'll start staying up there. So just getting good starts and being consistent, trying to be close to that top 10 every time. Most excited for is Hangtown. Just because it's my home race. I'll be able to sleep at home. I live 20 minutes from there, so that one I'm excited for. They always seem to prep it super good for the Pro Motocross, and the dirt it's good. Like it's normally good, but it seems extra good for Pro Moto. So I'm really excited for that one. But I really track that like I've always wanted to go to. I like riding in sand. I grew up riding a lot of sand. I really want to go to like Millville or something, one of those sandy ones. Yeah. I think those would be fun, just to go out there and play in the sand a little bit. I always love doing that. So I think that's one of the bucket list ones for me.
I had one or some advice for an amateur coming up wanting to go pro. What advice would you give them?
Man, that's a tough one. There's a lot of things I would say to my younger self to, I don't know, maybe help my career a little bit, and doing the tough stuff that no one wants to do, going and cycling in the heat, going and running in the heat, riding in the heat. Man, doing the sucky stuff that no one wants to do. Even if it's not technically making you that much better, but the mental side of it I think is big and helps your confidence, just thinking that you're just that much tougher than the other kids out there. The harder stuff you could do, the more mental strength you could have, I think is definitely going to help you, especially in those hot days at Loretta's and in Freestone and all those places. I think that just doing that gnarly stuff just mentally helped me at the end of the motos and kept me strong throughout my career, and I think it's still helping me through my career now. Gnarly stuff growing up as a kid, man, riding in the 100-degree heat. My dad would make me jump on the trampoline with a snorkel on just to like suffocate me or whatever, make it just that much tougher. Just stuff like that. I think helped me. Going to the riverbeds and stuff was always fun, and riding in that gnarly stuff I think just helps you, and yeah, just kind of having a good mentor. I had a good mentor with Preston Mole growing up, through 65s and yeah, through 65s, 85s, a little on big bikes, and then moved down here, trained with Rhino for a little bit, and he helped me a lot. He was interesting character to say the least, but it was always fun. Never boring around Rhino.
That's what I hear.
And yeah, now I have another amazing mentor with Tom Danielson, more towards the fitness side, and yeah, my schedule and everything. He's awesome with that. And yeah, I actually trained with, not many people know this, I trained with Daniel Blair's brother. I can't think, I'm spacing on his name. Yeah, I trained with him on 50s actually.
That's
like,
actually
that was
sick.
my first like trainer, I guess you could say. Out at Riverfront we used to train, it was like Thursday night. We'd go out there in the lights and train with him. Yeah, it was cool.
That's sick.
Yeah. I don't even know Daniel knows that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
He'll probably know now.
Yeah, he knows now, I guess. Yeah.
Did you see yourself wanting to go pro and make this a career, or did it kind of just happen?
Yeah, as a young age, I knew like this was gonna be like, I'm either gonna do it or not do it kind of thing. I don't come from a motocross racing background like at all. Like, my dad's just some freaking redneck that likes dirt bikes and got me into it at a young age, and my sister used to ride. I think that helped me a lot. My sister used to be really good. I'm 2 years younger than her, so I kind of grew up chasing her a little bit and like pushing myself, and yeah, we never really, my dad just loved taking us riding. I'm super appreciative of him, and I don't know how he did it, man. He'd get off work, take us riding, work on the bikes, and man, the amount of days that he took us out just riding, and I don't think he had like a goal in mind other than just to make us happy, and he loved seeing us happy and doing what we like to do, and I think he thought it was cool. So yeah, it wasn't really like a plan, I don't think, growing up, and we did like some local races and stuff, and I was winning those, and then we were like, hey, let's go to Mammoth. Like, seemed like a fun race. Like, everybody was going to Mammoth. So on 50s, we went to Mammoth. I ended up winning that, and we didn't really think too much of it. Like, got some sponsors. Like, got sponsored by Fly. I've been with Fly since then, since 50s. Loretta's Loretta qualifiers, but we didn't even know they were Loretta qualifiers. Like, we just signed up just to race because it was at Hangtown. Like, we weren't going to qualify for Loretta's. And then I ended up winning the Loretta regional, and my longtime sponsor Eric Coker Pumps, he was like, are you guys gonna go to Loretta's? And we're like, go to Loretta's? Like, what do you mean go? He's like, oh, it's this big race in Tennessee. We're like, oh yeah, we're not going to that. Like, it's in Tennessee, it's too far. He's like, you guys have to go. Like, Parker's riding so good, and you guys qualified. Like, you have to go. And we're like, we don't have to do anything. That's stupid. We're racing dirt bikes. Like, we're gonna stay
having fun,
close to home. Yeah, we weren't thinking too much of it. And then he was like, well, you guys have to go, and I'll help cover some of the costs. So he sponsored us to go out there and helped us with some of the financials, and went out there and ended up doing pretty good. Like, I was running second in one of the motos and fell, and I think I got like 4th overall, and it was pretty good. Not really training for it, and just kind of going out there and doing it. So after that, I think I got a little bit more serious, and we started kind of being like, okay, my mom was like, okay, let's start doing these races. That kind of at a young age, I was like, I think this is what I'm gonna do like for the rest of my life. I think I always recognized like how much my parents were putting in. So at a young age, I was always like, okay, if they're putting in this much effort, like, I'm gonna put in this much effort, and I'm gonna try and be the best I can. Once I got the big bikes, it was like, well, I can't quit now. I can't give up. Like, my parents have already done so much, it almost seems disrespectful to just kind of stop and the amount of work they put in to get me to this point. My dad and I, and my mom even, I think it's her dream as well. So it's cool, like we kind of developed the dream together, and now we're kind of living it a little bit.